What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, Giants OTAs happened today, and there's some stuff I want to talk about that happened at the OTAs today. And there's some good things to talk about coming out of the OTAs. So before I get any further with the video, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, check the bell icon for future Giants content. I'm going to be uploading Giants content as much as possible over the next couple weeks. Try my best to stay consistent. This is my second day in a row uploading something, so hopefully we can go and upload streak after the day, and we'll see what happens from there, basically. Start off this video, the Giants are apparently interested in signing DeAndre Hopkins. At least we think so. Brian Daboll basically said during the press conference or press meeting today that anytime somebody is available, they're going to look into it. So obviously it seems like they're going to put in some, interest in signing DeAndre Hopkins. They're going to look into it. But as of right now, there's not any given sign that they're going to sign him. Let's just say as of right now, there's a chance. Like that Dumber and Dumber meme. So, like I said, it's not a given. It's not 100% guaranteed. But at least there's a sign that they have some interest in possibly signing him. Like I said, no guarantee quite yet. Me personally, when it comes to DeAndre Hopkins, this has always been a guy who I've always said I'm not, exactly entertaining the idea of trading for him because I don't want to give up that much for a guy who's entering his age 30. And the last guy who got traded for who was entering his age 30 was Julio, and we all kind of saw how that went for the most part. And DeAndre Hopkins has also been dealing with injuries lately, so that's another, red flag for me. Now, when it comes to signing him off the rip, I'm fine with that because yes, we're going to have to give up a little bit of the cap space, but at the end of the day, it's more of a, win-win situation having to trade for him because you're not going to give up any, assets really for the most part, aside from money. Even when he's a free agent, I'm still on the fence if I want him or not. Like, I wouldn't be upset if we signed him, but it's not somebody who I'm going to overly act if we don't, honestly. Right now for some actual OTA talk, the Giants ran some 7-on-7 today, and the starting defense, in my opinion, is something I'm, want to discuss. So, obviously, the quarter positions are pretty much a lock. Specifically, the first two positions, Adoree Jackson, Deontay Banks are going to be our corner ones and corner two. Cordell Flott is the last something I've been talking about for a while now, and I finally think it's going to happen during this season. Finally, we won't see Darnay Holmes playing in the slot for the most part. Other positions, Xavier McKinney, free safety, not surprising. But then it's that safety position on the other side I'm questioning because Bobby McCain right now in our 7-on-7s was, the starting corner. And I thought maybe Jason Pinnock and maybe, who's the corner that we just signed? I forgot already, man. Dane Belton, I forgot that quick. I thought he would have been in the running for our safety position for the most part, so it looks like as of right now, that's not the case, but it is early on in the OTA, so maybe I'm wrong. They also had Bobby Okereke as a starting linebacker for this position as well, something I obviously expected for them to happen, but I'm still going to ask the question, even though it's 7-on-7, are we going to expect them to play a corner, another linebacker in that scheme as well? Maybe not, maybe, but we'll see. They had Bob McCain as the first starting safety. They had Nick McLeod as the second starting safety. So there's another question I have to ask. Are they going to start him over Pinnock and Belton, who I think is better than Nick McLeod when it comes to that position? But like I said, early on in the OTA, so we'll probably find out more as the offseason continues to go on. I know a lot of you probably want to hear about the offense. We're going to discuss that right now. Jalen Hyatt, the guy we just drafted, has apparently not been running with the first team. He's been running with a lot of second team lately, or running with Tyrod Taylor. However, he was able to get a few reps in with Daniel Jones on the first team, but heavily for the most part, he was with the second team with Tyrod Taylor. So that could be a sign of things to come, but you have to keep this in mind as well. You have Sterling Shepard and Wan'Dale Robinson, who will both be coming back eventually at some point. So maybe that is another reason why he was playing with the second team for the most part, but like I said, that's just me making assumptions right now. I don't know exactly what the case is, but like I said, it is a good sign that he was playing with the first team. He did get some reps in with Daniel Jones, and for the most part, it was a really good rep with Daniel Jones. And speaking of Daniel Jones himself, he had a really good OTA. He was making a couple good throws. He made some good throws to Isaiah Hodgins, Darren Waller, and Jalen Hyatt himself. So that's always good to see when Daniel Jones is having a good OTAs, because obviously we've already heard some reports over the last couple seasons of Daniel Jones not having too good of an OTA for the most part. So it's good to see that he's having a good OTA as of right now for the most part. He's also making some good throws to Paris Campbell as well. Another guy who is really going under the radar as our receiving core. I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about him enough. I think he's going to be a pivotal part of the receiving core. He might not be a wide receiver one, but I feel like a lot of people are underrating Paris Campbell as it pertains to best receiving core. And somebody else said this low-key might be the deepest receiving core we've had in a while, because you got to keep this in mind. Look at our receiving core as of right now. You got Isaiah Hodgins. You got Darius Slayton. You got Sterling Shepard and Wan'Dale Robinson, who will be back eventually. You got Paris Campbell. You got Jalen Hyatt. Did I say Darius Slayton? Like I said, this receiving core, like I said, is really, really deep so far, in my opinion. I think you have to keep that in mind. I think it's going to be the deepest receiving core we've had in a while. Unfortunately, I did not see anything on the offensive line aside from them saying Ben Bredesen is going to be the top left guard position, and Marcus McKeithen was playing third right tackle as of right now. As of right now, I'm assuming we don't have anything new, or they didn't report anything on it, or there's probably nothing new as it pertains to what we don't know already. So hopefully we hear something about the offensive line soon, because I want to hear something about the offensive line. That's probably the positions I'm worried about the most in this team as of right now. So hopefully at some point we get a report on the offensive line. Other OTA reports I'm seeing, Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence, a good sign. They were both in OTAs. I think they were absent the last few OTAs. And Shaq Robinson was doing some rehab work on the sideline, so he is dealing with a meniscus injury, but hopefully we see him healthy, because he's going to be a pivotal part of this defensive line. Colin Johnson, who tore his ACL or Achilles, I think, early last season, is also doing some work today. Has some few catches with Tyrod Taylor. I still think Colin Johnson could be a really good depth piece for this team. So it's going to be great to see him get healthy and see him get a few reps in the preseason and see him hopefully make the team soon. Speaking of getting healthy, Wan'Dale Robinson was doing some work, not doing any heavy work too much yet, still coming back from a torn ACL. So I would fully expect him and Sterling Shepard to start on the PUP list, like somebody else said, at least to start the season or start the early OTAs. But I do expect both of them will be back in time for week 1 somehow, though. As I said, Deion Jones threw 3 touchdowns in a row during OTAs today to Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, and Isaiah Hodgins. So like I said, always an encouraging sign to see Deion Jones having a good OTAs, as we always see reports of him having bad OTAs. So like I said, always a good sign to me. As far as the OTAs today, that's pretty much it. As far as that, I do gotta do a channel update in the next coming days. I gotta discuss some stuff going on the channel, because I've been uploading a lot of Giant stuff lately, and I have not uploaded really anything as it pertains to, regular basketball and football stuff. But I'm gonna address that eventually. Hopefully you guys be on the lookout for that. That's pretty much it for the video. That's pretty much it for the OTAs. Hopefully we get some more information day 6, day 7 as the day go on. But yeah, been pretty interesting for the Giants as it pertains to the OTAs, and we're starting to see a lot more positive stuff as it pertains to OTAs as we have in the past. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you haven't yet, go ahead and like the videos, comment, subscribe, and tap the bell icon for future Giants content. My Instagram and Twitter will be down below in the description, and I will hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. You know how.